more story time videos, and I told y'all that I could only come and do a story time video when something comes back to my memory, because I'm one of those types of people that like to get on here and just like to flow with my shit. I'm not a person that can make up things or anything like that. I know several people that do story time videos that can make up stories and the shit sound good. Excuse me, girl, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm doing this at 5 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, bitch. But since y'all want story time videos, and like I said, I can only do them when they come back to my memory, girl, today you're gonna have a story time video. I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I met the motherfucking side chick, bitch. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind that all of this stuff happened damn near almost about 8 or 9 years ago, okay? Almost 10 years ago, boo. So this ain't something that happened recently or anything like that. But I saw the girl again, so it brought it back to my memory. Now, mind you, it ain't on no salty type of shit or nothing like that. The girl is actually very, very cool, okay? So, like I said, when I was about 22 years old, I met this dude, cool as fuck. You know how when you young or whatever and you see a dude and he got a nice ass car, that's just like a lot of these young girls nowadays. These niggas be some old bum ass dudes riding around in fucking $300 cars with fucking $1,500 worth of rims on them motherfuckers, and the girls look at them like, ooh, bitch, your goddamn rims cost more than your car, okay? But you know when you young, shit like that fascinates the fuck out of you. But this dude, he was an older dude or whatever, and he was riding around in a BMW, and I was like, damn. Now, bitch, it wasn't no damn new BMW or nothing like that. It was one of them old ass BMWs, but bitch, I'm 22 years old and I see a Beamer, okay? I'm thinking to myself, this nigga got a BMW, he got some money, you know what I'm saying? He got his shit together, okay? So, of course, you know, I thought that shit was fascinating. And me and him, you know, he approached me and we conversed and shit like that. And we just started to have general conversation. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that me and this dude were never in a, you know, quote unquote relationship or anything like that. It was kind of just like, we were hanging out. He would take me out to eat and, you know, to the movies and shit like that. We would chill with each other. That's the type of situation that we had. It was never like, you know, no, you know, I'm your girl and you my dude type of stuff. It was never anything like that. So it never got to that level. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there as a disclaimer. Me and him were never, you know, officially in a relationship. We were kind of chilling, you know, whatever. And maybe eventually it probably would have got to that point. I don't know. So let me fast forward a little bit because I don't want to have this video too long, because y'all know I can ramble on and on and on, and the shit still might be 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit under 20 minutes, but bitch, it is what the fuck it is, okay? So one particular, like I said, me and this dude, we talked off and on for about, y'all, it was a while. It was probably 2-3 years me and this dude talked off and on. I mean, we would seriously like talk, and he fucking disappeared for 3-4 months at a time. I know for a fact that he was in the military, and sometimes he would go on these little, whatever they call when they go on, you know, out for assignments or whatever. So he would disappear for 2-3 months on end, okay? And I never felt no type of way about it because, like I said, me and this nigga were never in a relationship. It was kind of like we were just chilling. You know, he was taking me out to eat to the movies and shit like that every now and then. I would go up to his crib, he'd cook dinner or something like that. That's what it was. And that's it, and that's all. So, like I said, this one night, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. I get like a phone call to my phone. And bitch, mind you, I don't give a damn who you are, okay? Don't come calling my phone 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't give a damn what you got between your legs. I don't give a damn who you are. Don't come calling me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't play them types of games right there, boo. Because number one, when somebody call me 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, what I'm starting to think is something going on with my family. My family member sick or something like that, or somebody, you know, something happened to somebody. And I don't do them 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning phone calls. I get anxiety like a motherfucker when my phone start ringing at 2 or 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. Let me just say that right here, right now. So my phone come ringing at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember the exact time. And I look down at it, and not only are you calling me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but you have the nerve to be calling me from a restricted fucking number. At least make yourself known if you're going to call me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? So 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, my damn phone ringing. And at first, I'm looking at the phone like, bitch, I'm not even answering this phone. So I didn't answer it. Couple seconds later, the motherfucker calls my phone back, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, it may be, you know, an emergency or something like that. So I pick up the phone and answer it like, hello. Dead silence. I'm like, hello, number one, I know you ain't playing on my phone 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. If you gonna call me 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, at least be man or woman enough to fucking say something. If you want to play on my phone, bitch, can you wait until the morning time or some shit? Don't come calling me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to play on my fucking phone. I mean, come on, have a little bit of decency, okay? So again, I said hello, and they was like, who is this? And I'm thinking to myself, did you call my phone or did I call your phone? Because, you know, normally if, you know, I call a person's phone, I'm not going to ask them who they are because obviously I know who the fuck they are because I called their number, okay? Bitch, who are you? Not only did you call my phone and with a restricted number, motherfucker, you call me at 2 o'clock in the morning and you going to ask me who the fuck? No, bitch, who are you, okay? She was like, well, I found your number on my man's call log. Apparently, this bitch, not the call log from the phone, this bitch said she had his actual bill. Okay, because I'm pretty sure the nigga was probably smooth enough to delete his call log out of his fucking phone, okay? Because she seemed like the type of motherfucker who had a whole lot of suspicions, okay? But, no, she said on his bill, she said, I saw your number on his bill several times because apparently they shared a, you know how you can share phones or whatever where you have multiple lines on a phone. She was like, I saw your number on the bill several times and most of the times it's always, you know, over 30 minutes that y'all talking, and a couple of times I saw where y'all had conversations past 9 o'clock, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, bitch, am I talking to a motherfucking minor or some shit? Like, they can't have conversations after 9 o'clock at night, you feel me? So she's like, and I just want to know who you are, and I'm thinking to myself, first and foremost, if you're going to call me from a restricted number, at least have the decency to tell me who you are. Now, I'm not a drama queen. I'm the type of person that likes to diffuse a situation real quickly. I'm not a drama queen. Like, even if I found out that dude was married or had a girlfriend or whatever, I'd probably be like, I don't even know him, because eventually you're gonna find out, and I don't want to be the one to fucking hurt your fucking feelings. Not hurt your feelings to the point where I'm telling you, okay, well, bitch, I did this with your man, I did this with your man. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings at this particular point in time. I want to spare him because I know eventually he gonna do the shit again, because motherfuckers who do shit like this, they don't just do it on a whim, you feel me? They do this shit and they do it consistently. So again, she's asking me who I am, and I'm like, you need to tell me who you are, first and foremost, because I don't, at this particular point in time, all you telling me is you saw my number on your man call. Who the fuck is your man? Because, you know, when folks 20, 22 years old, okay, you have a couple of dudes that you be talking. I'm not saying it's a couple of dudes that you sexing, but bitch, I'm not gonna sit there and tie myself down to no one dude at 22. I had several people that I was conversating with, hanging out with, you know, going on little, bitch, I had several people that I was talking to, not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying I had several people that I was talking to back then. So I'm thinking to myself, bitch, who is your man, okay? Then she finally telling me his name. I'm not gonna call his name or whatever because she is a cool person. But she called his name and I'm like, oh, I was like, that's your man, you know. I was like, that shit could have fooled me. I said, but yeah, I said it ain't nothing. Like, she was like, it gotta be something. Your number been on his phone for the last couple of months. She said, because I've been watching his call log. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, so you call me instead of asking him. So you haven't verified who I am with him. So you decided to call my phone. I guess you did that because, you know, 9 times out of 10, if you ask a nigga, especially for niggas cheating on you, and you ask him who a person is, the number one thing he gonna tell you is, I don't even fucking know who the fuck that is, okay? Or somebody was using my phone. That's the number one thing they gonna fucking use. I don't know who that is. Somebody probably using my phone or something. Motherfucker, you got somebody over your house like that? You got somebody in your vicinity like that that's using your phone like that, boo? Maybe you need to tell them they need to get their own device, okay? So like I said, me and her having during a conversation. Now, mind you, she didn't go off on me not now time, and thank God, because let me tell you something, family. Okay, let me tell you a little bit of something. I'm this type of person, like I said, I like to diffuse situations before they get to the point where folks is yelling and hollering and all that type of shit, because that's not my personality. But if you come at me, bitch, don't you ever call my man, bitch, I'm gonna hurt your feelings so bad, because I'm gonna tell you I'm 6 months pregnant with his baby. Bitch, I'm gonna hurt your feelings, okay? Don't call me going all kinds of off for me, especially if I don't even know you, okay? I can see if I knew who the fuck you were. So at one particular point in time, I think she was low-key kind of thinking maybe I was lying a little bit when I was telling her, you know, I was like, oh, okay, that's your dude or whatever. I said, could have fooled me, yada, yada, yada. And then I could kind of tell that she started to get a little bit, you know, hyper or whatever. She was like, you sure you know him, yada? I was like, girl, look, let me tell you something. Number one, it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not trying to have no full-blown conversation with you at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, you can call me back in the AM and maybe we can have a little bit of conversation, because right now, it's a little late, okay? Number one, I got boogers all in my eyes and shit, bitch. I'm not even trying to have no conversation with you at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? And of course, she you know, low-key trying to, you know, snap a little bit. So I was like, okay, since you want to know so much, okay, let me describe the house to you. Of course, he got a little because it was his little bachelor little pad that he had, but apparently she was living there with him from time to time, okay? But it wasn't her apartment. It was his apartment, but she was just staying there from time to time. I was like, okay, when you walk up to the door, okay, of course he has like a little reef thing on the door, which you probably put there. But when you open the door, to the right, there's the kitchen. To the left, there's the living room. If you look straight ahead, there's a staircase. You go upstairs, there's the bedroom over there, because it was a 1-bedroom apartment. There's the bedroom over there, and you look to the right, there's another bathroom, okay? Downstairs, you have the kitchen on the right, the living room on the left. You walk up a little bit, there's like a little powder room to the, like the little corner situation over there right off of the living room. This bitch went silent for like 50, 60 seconds. I'm thinking to myself, bitch, hello, are you there? Because like I said, number one, I was trying to spare your feelings. Because number one, I was going to tell the nigga, if he had ever contacted me again, I was going to be like, nigga, don't you ever call my phone ever again in motherfucking life, okay? Because I'm not the type of person that does shit like that. I don't do the side chick shit in no shape, form, and or fashion. So like I said, I was going to try to defuse it, but since she tried to, you know, low-key try to snap on me and shit and make it seem like maybe I didn't really know him and I was just trying to hurt her feelings or something like that, bitch, it's 10 o'clock. I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, okay? I don't have time to sit there and lie to you, bitch. I can't even fucking, who the fuck can think of a lie just off kilter like that at 2 o'clock in the morning, half a fucking sleep, bitch? I don't have time for that. So I just had to defuse the whole little situation. I was like, yeah, I do know him. Okay, she was like, so you mean to tell me you was up in my, she said my house. Later found out it wasn't her house. But she said, you mean to tell me you was up in my house and you didn't see all them pictures of me on the wall? I was like, bitch, where? Okay, bitch, where? Where were there some photos? Okay, if there was photos on you on the wall, guess what he did? He's a very, very smart man because, bitch, he removed every single photo off of that wall. Now, I saw a couple of pictures on the wall because he had 2 kids, okay? I saw pictures of his kids on the wall, but I didn't see not now a picture of a female nowhere near that wall, okay? She said, oh, yeah, I mean, bitch, I have no reason to lie to you at this particular point in time, okay? I'm trying to sit there and tell you whatever information you need to know, but like I said, bitch, you need to call me back at 8 o'clock in the morning. But she still wanted to have a conversation, so of course she's like, well, let me call him. I'm like, bitch, it's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, okay? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so of course she's like, I guess she didn't really give a fuck. So, of course, when she said she wanted to call him, I wanted to just sit and listen, okay? I wasn't really planning on saying shit. I was planning on just listening to the conversation. So, she clicks over and calls him and clicks back over. And, bitch, she's like, who is such and such, okay? He's like, I don't know. He's like, who the fuck is that? And she was like, oh, you don't know who she is? So, of course, then I started talking. I'm like, oh, you don't know who the fuck I am, motherfucker? And then he blasts out his mouth. What's she doing calling you? Basically saying, why am I calling her? And I said, nigga, how the fuck am I calling? Number one, I didn't even know who the fuck. I didn't even know this bitch existed, okay? I didn't even know she had breath in her fucking body, okay? How the fuck, what you mean, why am I calling her? Bitch, I don't even fucking know her, okay? Because number one, I shouldn't, like I said, I was 22 years old back at this particular point in time. So, I wasn't really like, okay, I need to be checking this nigga phone. Because, I mean, back then, like I said, it wasn't even really like that to the point where I felt like I had to check his phone or whatever. So, you know, I wasn't that type of chick that feel like, okay, I got to check this nigga phone to make sure that he, ain't doing whatever. Because like I said, me and him, we were just having, you know, we were just hanging out at that particular point in time. But you not finna play me, though. Like me and you weren't hanging out, going out to dinners and eating shit like that and cuddling up and shit. You not finna sit there and play me like that. So you're not gonna sit there and play like you don't even know who the fuck I am. I was like, oh, who the fuck I am? I said, bitch, I done described your motherfucking house to a T. And I said, don't make me get to describing that goddamn old ring-a-dang ass beamer you got, bitch. Don't make me get to describing that ring-a-dang ass beamer and them little fucked up ass shag ass rug shit you got in this fucked up ass beamer, okay? Now I should have known something. Ladies, this is the number one rule. I'm gonna tell you how I met this chick in a minute. But number one rule, if you ever dating a dude and he always want to take you out to dinner and out to the movies and shit, outside of in your little vicinity, if he always want to go 45 minutes to an hour away, number one, you know, that's a number one red flag that this nigga probably got a chick on the side. Well, he got a main chick and you probably the side chick. Or you probably, well, no, because he ain't gonna take the main chick out of town. You know, he ain't gonna take the main chick out of town. He'll take the side chick out of town. But that's a number one red flag. If you a side chick, he always want to take you 45 minutes to an hour away to dinners and movies and all that type of shit. He's not gonna take you around in the vicinities, okay? So, what the fuck was I? Bitch, I just lost my fucking train of thought because I just went on a fucking tangent, okay? Oh, fuck, what was I? What did I leave off? Because I don't want to fucking skip all around and shit. But yeah, anyway, he was basically trying to deny that he didn't know who the fuck I was, but I basically described this nigga beaming his house and all this shit to a fucking T, and his motherfucking ass gets out, and then he gets to the point talking about some why she calling you? And I said, like I said, I shut his ass down. I'm like, bitch, how the fuck am I calling her? I didn't even know she fucking existed, okay? She didn't sound like a bad person. It sounded like she was just a little frustrated because, of course, she was dating this guy who she apparently was in love with. And I can clearly tell that she was low-key crying on the fucking phone. And after, you know, he fucking tried to deny that he didn't know who the fuck I was. Of course, I shut the shit down. I described his motherfucking car, shag ass rug. I described his fucking apartment and all that type of bullshit. And I hung up the phone. Then she called me back about 10-15 minutes later. I guess after they was on the phone arguing for 10 to 15 minutes. Then she finally calls me back and she was like, I didn't mean to call your phone, you know, such and such time of morning. She was like, but I kind of felt like he was doing some fucked up ass shit. She said, that's why I've been checking the call log for, you know, the last couple of months. But she said, I didn't say anything the first month. But she said, I figure, okay, maybe he was talking to somebody that had to do with some business or maybe with his, you know, military situation or whatever. She said, so I didn't necessarily say anything. She said, but after I kept seeing your number on the call log, she said, I thought it was, you know, imperative that I give you a phone call to see see who you were. So I was like, girl, I'm not trying to disrespect you in no shape, form, and or fashion. I didn't even know you existed, like, seriously. I said, every time I was around this dude, whenever I went to his house or y'all's house, quote unquote, I said, he didn't have not damn picture of you up on the wall or nothing. I said, the only pictures that I ever saw on the wall was of him and his kids. I ain't never seen no picture of no shit. I ain't never seen shit in the house that would even, you know, give me a clue that he had a chick, because he had a, you know, he was a smooth ass nigga. Everything he had was like really manly, like the leather couches and even the decorations in his house was really manly, like blue car. Everything was like something like a man would do. I didn't see a woman's touch nowhere up in there. So I'm kind of, you know, that didn't give me no inkling that he had a chick, because, you know, I do look at shit like that. You know, like I said, me and him, we weren't, you know, in a relationship, but I do kind of look for shit like that. So, you know, I was like, girl, I didn't even know you existed, honestly and truly. I said, now, you know, if I would have found out about you, I said, I probably wouldn't even tell you, because I'm the type of person, I don't like to, you know, be the bearer of bad news and tell nobody, you know, what they nigga doing, because I feel like eventually you're going to find out on your own anyway. And a lot of times if you sit there and tell a chick that her dude is fucking around on her and you didn't know about it, they'll sit there and go off on you. So that's why I try to keep my fucking mouth closed. She was like, but yeah, she was like, well, she was like, can we meet up? I'm thinking to myself, bitch, meet up for what? Bitch, bitch, I don't even know you like that. Now, at that particular point in time, my daddy was in the hospital, okay? I was like, well, you know, I don't know when I'm going to have time to meet up with you because I'm working. My daddy's, you know, sick in the hospital. I'm having to go back and forth to see him every day. And she was like, he in the hospital? What hospital? And so I tell her. She was like, girl, I'm a nurse. I hit the hospital. I was like, bitch, quit lying, okay? I was like, bitch, quit lying. Now, number one, I'm kind of low-key, like, I don't really know if I want to go meet this bitch, but maybe this bitch trying to, you know, square up on me or something. I'm not trying to fight this whole bitch. I don't even know, bitch. I didn't even know you exist, so naturally I'm not trying to square up on you, okay? So I was like, oh, okay, maybe you'll run into me or whatever. You know, this bitch was calling my phone, y'all, all fucking day. Girl, you at work yet? You coming out here to see your daddy? Now, cool, this bitch was so fucking cool. Now, apparently her and this dude had been together for 2-3 years, girl. Now, mind you, I've been talking to this nigga off and on for 2-3 years. So, obviously, she was in a relationship with him the entire time I was talking to this nigga off and on, okay? Crazy, right? So, I go out there to see my dad, and she just was having to call my phone when I was out there. And she was like, yeah, I'm outside, because apparently she had took a break or whatever. Went outside, and girl, we had the most... The shit was crazy. That just goes to show. Now, I got another, you know, the other side chick story that I told y'all how I met, you know, the dude sent me the text message with the multiple recipients, to where that's how me and the girls found out about each other, because he put all our number on the message, and I was like, you know, I texted his ass, but like, who is all these people you sending a picture to? Low key, you know, I was being funny. But as I was sending the message to him, the message was going to all of them too. So that's how I found out about my other side chick story. But this girl was so fucking cool. Like, she was so fucking cool. Now, back then, we had MySpace and shit, okay? MySpace and Black Planet. And I know for a fact that I added her as a friend on my MySpace. I don't remember if I added her on my Black Planet or not. Probably. But me and this chick added each other as a friend on MySpace. We were having general conversation. I mean, she was a real cool chick. Now, mind you, I low-key think that her and the dude was still having, you know, a little bit of a relationship, because he was her friend on MySpace too. And bitch, he was her top friend, bitch. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you still got this nigga in your top friends, and he sitting around there cheating on you, bitch, for real. So I didn't even ask, because that really wasn't even my fucking business. Because like I said, I didn't want to have shit else to do with his ass anyway. So I didn't really care if she was, you know, still in a relationship with him or not, because that was really not my motherfucking business, bitch, and I could care less. But she was a cool ass person, and I saw her again today in a store, and I was like, damn, that made me, you know, she didn't really recognize who the fuck I was, because me and her, we probably talked for a couple of months after that, like back and forth on MySpace, just having general conversation. But I think the bitch was trying to keep her eye on me to make sure I wasn't talking to her nigga no more. But yeah, she was a cool ass person. I saw her again in the store. I don't think she recognized who the fuck I was, but I kind of low key recognized her because she got like a little birthmark here on the side of her face, and you know she has a weird shaped face. Not trying to be funny, but she got a weird shaped face. She got like a little birthmark right here, so I kind of I recognized, but I don't think she recognized me, girl. So yeah, and now mind you, let me take that back. I did hear from that motherfucker again, but it wasn't immediately. It was like, I don't know. It was probably like maybe a year later that he gonna text me out of the blue like, hey, what's up? You know, because I still got the number that I done had since I was goddamn 19 years old. I still got the same fucking phone number that I had since I was 19 years old, y'all. Yeah. That's why I got so many people on my smart limits blocked, okay? But yeah, he gonna text me out of the blue talking about, hey, what's up? And I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, for real? You gonna sit there and play me like this, sit there and tell this chick that you didn't even know I fucking existed, okay? You didn't even know who the fuck I was, and they gonna talk about why am I calling her? Motherfucker, how the fuck did I call this bitch? I don't even fucking know her. Fool, I didn't know you had no goddamn woman. Are you for cereal? So don't come texting me. So yeah, he texted me out of the blue like a year after that, but of course I didn't even fucking respond. I just paid this motherfucking ass dust, and I hadn't heard from this motherfucking ass since. Whether or not her and him are still together, that still remains to be known. As far as I'm concerned, I don't even know. But bitch, let me tell you something I thought about though, because I know his first and last name. I do. I tried to go, well, I didn't try it yet, but I'm thinking about going and trying to find this nigga on Facebook just to be nosy, just to see if he got some pictures of her on his fucking Facebook page. Maybe they got a family now. Who knows, girl? But yeah, that's how I found out I was a side chick, and that is how I met the side chick bitch at her motherfucking job, girl. Talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.